Good afternoon, super friends, and welcome to the Tuesday, April 21st edition of the Sacred News and Weather. Happy birthday to my dear friend Jill. I don't know that she comes in here and watches, but on the off chance that she does, I am thinking of you right now. Um, I almost didn't come in today. I'm not going to lie. I have just been so tender today and so flowing. I'm looking at my hair in the camera and I'm like, oh yeah, wet hair again. And lest you think that I'm an excessive bather, because I think I've been in with wet hair all week long, it's not that. I have been in hot water more in the last 2 weeks than I normally do get into hot water. And it's just because I'm full of feeling and I'm just trying to assimilate. And it's been a flowing kind of morning. I will give you a little bit of humor. I said yesterday that I haven't been sleeping well. And in the course of the day yesterday, I one, shattered my coffee pot, two, told my assistant to hang on while I looked for my headset when it was literally on top of my head. It wasn't on my ears, but it was like on top of my head. And then I told a client on Zoom, while on Zoom, hang on, I need to grab my notebook. And I literally tripped over my notebook as I stood up and unplugged. I tripped. I unplugged my computer and sent the laptop flying as I tripped over the notebook that I was trying to find. So it's just an interesting time for me, and I feel a little bit out of body in an interesting way. It's like almost like escape mechanism from all of the feelings. I'm very much an air sign. I have like most of my planets in air. I have very little in water. I have very little in fire. And so air, she doesn't like to feel. She likes to think. And so I've been in my feels and a little bit messy. So we'll see if I make it through this message today, or if I even hit publish. If you're seeing this now, we made it. If you're not, well, not all of them come to publication. Most of them do, but not all of them. So we'll see how I do today. I do have a message for us, and it does feel worthy of delivery. So I'm going to close my eyes here. I feel better with my eyes closed anyway. And as with all that I do, take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and know that these messages are timeless. So, regardless of when you're tuning in, if you're tuning in, there probably will be something here for you. If there is not, go ahead and leave me behind. So, what feels up for the collective, for the globe, for myself personally, really feels like the mother wound. And that's mother with a capital M. It's mother as in divine feminine. It is mother as in our mothers. It is mother as in relationship with our own personal mothers. It is mother as in relationship with the divine feminine and the toxic feminine and the divine masculine and the toxic masculine outside of ourselves. I was sitting this morning with just what's up in the news with the 62 million, and it's not 62 million men, it's 62 million hits, and the men coming in to defend and the women coming in to say it's like that virtue signaling of, well, I know that it's not all men because I know that it wasn't 62 million men, it was 62 million hits, and it might be just a few bad apples, and I recognize the nuance in that, and so I want you to know that I'm good. And then the men who are trying to do the opposite of what those women are doing and saying the truth, which is it doesn't even matter. It's the fact that this exists in our society that makes it so fucked up. And we have this global frequency, we have this global energy coursing through our veins, men and women alike, healed and healthy men, healed and healthy women, and really unwell men and really unwell women. And really, the truth is, we're all somewhere in between. We all have everything inside of us, and we're living within the spectrum, and we are all in various stages of healed and unhealed. And that state of healing and unhealing changes and shifts as we heal and grow. And sometimes we go backwards to go forward, and it just feels like that is what is. But I was sitting with, all like so much of my social media feed and so much of the energy and then so much of what's happening in my personal life. And I started crying. What started me crying in the wee small hours of the morning was really the idea that we have that toxic patriarchy has wounded our beautiful men to the point where they no longer feel good enough or worthy enough for love. And it has given permission to the unhealthy, unhealed men to really step fully into their power and claim dominance, while the beautiful men, the men with good hearts that have just been so wounded and so damaged, just go slink away feeling unworthy of good, unworthy of the good, to use Mary Magdalene's word for God or divinity or unconditional love, unworthy of the good. And then here on the healed feminine and wounded feminine side, that feeling of if I just work hard enough, if I can just show them how much I love them, I will help them see that they're worthy. I will help them see that they're good. If I could just show them, if I could just show them. And really, it is not our job to show them. It is our job to just continue to hold the frequency of unconditional love. And that's really all we can do. And then it made me cry because I was like, is that really all I can do? Is that really all I can do is just sit here and love? Because that doesn't feel like enough. Like it feels like I should be taking action. It feels like I should be doing something. It feels like I should be teaching something. It feels like I should be proclaiming some sort of message. This showing up here messy doesn't feel like enough. It doesn't feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And then I remembered, of course, that that is my wounding and also that is my magic. Not that long ago, I had a call. I don't know much about human design. I'm always telling you, I'm not an astrologer. I don't know much about human design. I don't know about these things. What I get just comes through me and I just give them to you. But what I was hearing about myself in human design, I think I'm a 2-4. Um, what is it? I'm a 2-4 hermit something. I know I'm the easy breezy genius, but part of my design is that I'm not actually supposed to do anything except show up and be myself. And so that nudge, that remembrance and meditation is what made me show up here. Show up and be your messy self and just proclaim it. And someone is bound to receive something from this message. My heart is broken for all of the men who don't feel worthy and all of the women, myself included, who feel the same, who we're not worthy unless we prove ourselves. And I'm disgusted at those who are so confident that they should be in charge because most of them are not the people who should be in charge. And I'm just feeling the lament of it all, the stickiness of it all. And so what can we do? What can I do? Well, for me, part of what I'm doing is really just trying to tend to my body and tend to my heart and tend to my soul And moment by moment, it feels like enough. And so I'm going to go ahead and suggest it to you that you tend to your body and you tend to your heart and you tend to your soul. And maybe you get quiet to really understand what that tending looks like for you. For me, it's been getting into hot water. It's been getting into hot water and soaking. And the other piece for me that was really potent and really powerful and also really uncomfortable, but moving, moving energy. I went to a local park called Roy's Redwoods. I live in a place where I am not far from the redwood forest. It's beautiful. I live in a tree house and I have a big, beautiful redwood tree in my backyard. I'm looking at this other when my eyes are open, but I see it in my mind's eye. I have this beautiful mother tree that overlooks my home. But I knew that I needed to literally like get my body onto the earth and get into the trees. And so I took myself to the trees and I sat down on the earth and I just wept. I mean, I gutted myself weeping. And it started from a feeling of feeling so alone and so just all by myself in the world. There was no one. And this feeling of, even though I know that's not true, by the way, that was the feeling in my body. And that's what needed to be shifted because I know that we are never alone. I know and I teach that we are all connected, but what do we do when we're feeling that way? How do we get connected? And, I can chant, I can meditate, I can move my body, I can do all these things. And it feels good in the moment, but it wasn't the thing. And so getting into the earth, getting against that tree, my back against the tree, sitting on the earth and wailing. The feeling that I had is I just want my mom. I just want my mom. And there's the mother wound because I never had that mom. That mom was not available to me. I had a mom who made sure there was a roof over my head and food in my mouth and did the best she could with what she had, but what she had was compromised because of her own upbringing. It's not any fault of hers. And she was not emotionally available to me. In fact, she rejected my feelings at every turn as too much. And so there I was, being as much as I could possibly be, with snot pouring down my nose and tears rolling down my cheeks and wailing and rocking underneath this tree. There were people walking by. It just was what it was. I was on a path, a well-traveled path. It was just the tree that called to me. And what I heard was, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. And it was the voice of my lover, and it was the voice of the divine, and it was the voice of the earth underneath me and the tree behind me. And it was such a beautiful reminder that I needed to allow myself to feel held by the earth. I've been needing to allow myself to be moved by the water, to feel that warm water flowing over my body, to be rocked in that womb of compassion. That right now, if you are not feeling yourself, if you are feeling alone, if you are feeling disconnected from a loved one, from a beloved, from yourself, from the divine, from the earth, to just start listening to all the ways that you are connected and that you can be connected. We are never alone. I am here for you. The earth was there for me. The bathtub was here for me. My dear friend Kimberly was here for me after our workout today. I moved my body even though I didn't want to. And she asked, she's like, I haven't seen you in a while. Are you okay? And I was like, ah! And so we are surrounded by love. We are surrounded by compassion. We are surrounded by the earth, and we are worthy of love. There is nothing that you could possibly do or not do that will make me not love you, even if I don't know you. It is one of my gifts. It is one of my gifts, and it's the gift I bring to you every time I show up here. There is nothing you can do or not do that would ever result in not love from me. It does not mean that I will be boundaryless. It does not mean that I will be permeable to toxicity. It does not mean that I won't have to negotiate what feels like a safe way for me to love you or another. And I offer you this too so that you can contemplate boundaries and a way to offer unconditional love from a way that feels good to you, and to be able to hold healthful boundaries so that you are not permeable. The image that I saw that I didn't share this morning that I'll share with you, and it's going to date me, as well as like give away my location because some of you might not know this reference at all. But back in the 70s, there was a toothpaste called Topol, the smoker's toothpaste. And I could remember the infomercial or the commercial where it was like a small infomercial where the man like held up this cloth or this membrane, this white gauze or something, and he wasn't smoking, but he blew his breath into this membrane and it turned brown, and then he brushed his teeth with the magic toothpaste and he blew again and it was not brown. And I saw that membrane this morning as that boundary of love, of it's permeable, and what you want to move from you can move from you, but you don't need to take in that brown yucky stuff. You can use the membrane, you can use that gauze to keep the yucky stuff out. But what I saw also was that that membrane could actually be a veil of fear. And what happens when that gauzy thing that you think is protecting you from the brown stuff is actually lifted? And can you see from new eyes without that lens of fear and without that veil moving or blocking the love that's there for you? So I know it's maybe not the most perfect metaphor or the perfect image. It's just what came, and I'm doing the best I can to unpack it. I'm just being quiet to see if there's anything more that wants to come. And I don't think so. I think it's just really inviting you to recognize that when you are feeling not love, it is often that mother wound in us, that desire for our mothers that never actually was met when we were small, that we're looking for now. And sometimes we're looking for it from our beloveds. Sometimes we are looking for it from Mama Earth herself. Sometimes we're looking for it from within. But if you're looking and not getting, or if you're looking and it's being offered to you and you're rejecting, there's an invitation to look at that veil that might be blocking you, that veil of unworthiness, that veil of I don't deserve this, that veil of it may, like, what if it ends? That's another piece that came through as well. What if this goes away? What if I allow this love in and then it leaves? I'm going to feel worse, so I'll just keep it out. All of these things feel so up for us. And I just want you to know that I'm feeling it too. And I see you and I see you're a beautiful human. And I don't need you to be perfect to love you. And there is love available here for you if you want it. If you need a virtual hug, just post in the comments below and I'm here for it. And I will take all of the virtual hugs as well. Thank you. Please like and share and subscribe. Tell your friends, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.